All right. And here
You got me
we
there.
go. All right, everybody, thank you
Here
for...
we...
God damn it, Michael. The mics have been hot for like 10 seconds. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this live stream of That D&D podcast. We're playing Blades in the Dark, Konkordat tonight, and let's introduce ourselves in Roll20 order.
Okay, so I guess that means I'm going first. Hi, everybody. I'm Zach. You may recognize me from playing other games, but in this case, I am playing Konkordat, the city that is sort of actively trying to kill our heroes right now. So that should be fun.
Hello, my name is Chris, and I'll be playing the part of Quill. I got to work on my accent. Shit, that was terrible. Yeah, I'm playing the part of Quill. She is a weird lawyer wearing a people suit. She's also a demon. That's kind of important. She
You
is a
already
fan
said
of,
lawyer.
Yeah, she's a fan of getting people to sign things. And one of the fun things that you may not know is in Concordat, signing something under duress still counts.
I mean,
Otherwise, your entire business model would fall apart.
Oh,
so
right.
They kind of had to go that way.
hi, my name's Andrew Otway, and tonight I will be reprising my role as Mirko Krisha, the kneecapper with a, I don't know, brain of gold, I guess, because he's kind of a philosopher too. It's definitely not a heart of gold thing, although he probably would like Plato's The Republic, so who knows?
Hi, my name is Kyle. I'll be taking up my role of Tyrus Vielas tonight. He is also a kneecapper. He's bigger than Mirko, he's dumber than Mirko, and he's got a heart of flesh.
Mostly flesh and steel.
Mostly fleshy.
For now, at
For
least,
now.
until it gets torn from his body. Yes.
That's
Hey,
fair, I
hey,
guess.
don't railroad me.
Hi, I'm Jordan. I will be playing the party's lurk, Shaymana, or otherwise known as her nickname, Bird. And hopefully I will not walk out of this session traumatized.
You know, that's really actually just saying, hey, Zach, I could use a bunch of stress.
It's
Pretty
not my
much,
fault you
yeah.
in front of the bombs. Hi, everybody. It's Mike Jador Sombrard here with another episode of That's the Wrong Introduction. I'm playing Maximilian Maxim Utkin, and also known as Shitfingers. If you've heard the previous, you know the whys.
That's true.
Okay, now that we've got a lineup, so time for downtime between last session and this session. I don't think.
No.
To
No.
sort of
We
reset.
We did downtime without you, buddy.
We leveled
Oh,
up
did you?
the thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, with all that out of the way, I guess. When we last left our protagonists,
It's a better word.
they had attempted to serve papers to what was left of the pipe lizards in the illustrious establishment of the Guzzle Bucket, an old cistern turned into a bar. It didn't go so well. All bad things. Specifically, there is a formerly bartending demon on the loose. And Mirko are sort of on the floor in front of said demon. Tyrus has stepped up with some special abilities, I guess, to try to face down the demon. Maxime Shitfingers, I can't remember what your actual name is, has set a large portion of the place ablaze, and Quill just barely dodged
The bar.
thrown bar.
Ooh, I passed the bar. With a bar pass.
Boo.
Wait. In Konkordat, bar pass you.
Oh. Just get it out of the way now.
I did.
Thank you.
So, so that is the.
All right, good night, everybody.
is
We've been
the-
That D&D podcast. We're going to have to take our website and burn it to fucking ash now.
My name.
So that's sort of the scenario. Things are on fire. People are screaming. Your boys, your thugs, are sort of getting wrecked, but not demon wrecked yet. Furniture's flying everywhere. There's gunshots going off. There's a lot of screaming, combined with some burning. Bird and Mirko are right down in the shit. Shitfingers and Vetra are standing a little ways back, but still, Molotov cocktail range of the action. And Tyrus has presented himself as a target.
As he does.
Where do we want to start? This sounds like fun.
Tyrus, when you stepped up, did you yell, "Get away from her, you bitch"?
If I remember the quote, he says two can play at this game, and then he turned into a thing, and then said something about devil bitch.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
That sounds right. I remember that. All right,
Also,
well, Tyrus, let's.
Oh, I was
Sorry.
going to say just a little point. When you gave us the XP at the end of last session, we had enough to level up the company. So
Okay.
I nominate that we pick Forged in Fire, which gives us +1d to our resistance rolls, because it seems like it would probably come in handy in and around this point in time.
I would support that, considering the locale we are in is literally on fire. So
This is where we are forged.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just gonna say.
how
I love how forged also applies to documents.
Yep.
Yup.
Documents
It's
are
got
forged in
layers.
fire.
It's like an onion parfait over here.
uh,
Konkordat sucks as far as like the
What
culinary
sort of
scene.
fucked up British cuisine is an onion parfait?
That
Well,
is
no,
pretty
so-
messed up, right?
British cuisine is when you take a bunch of delicious ingredients, you put them
And
in a
make them
pot,
gray.
and you boil them until they're uniformly gray.
The topmost layer is uniformly gray onion. The secondmost layer is uniformly gray mushy peas. The secondmost layer is bangers.
I think what you're describing is actually worse than fighting a demon, so we should get started.
okay.
I feel like Tyrus is the natural place to start here, so he can describe some of what's going on right now.
Okay. Well, since this is your world, Zach, I did leave like any physical effects of what happened up to you, and I believe you covered that last time. Just like not so much a physical transformation as just like a general enhancement and different stance and demeanor and that sort of jazz.
Yeah, so Tyrus steps up and he holds himself differently, more aggressively, and then I believe he said something in a different voice that was
Yep.
something to the effect of "Oh no, oh not this again" or something like that.
Yep.
Did,
And sorry.
do we not get the magical girl transformation then?
There's no big like Power Rangers thing, like he just goes, right? So
But he has a wand.
Or like
And
a
a tiara.
tiara? Okay.
Okay.
We're
he
good.
does. It just is a chain with a hook at the end of it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. Metal tiara.
The music stops when the bar is thrown, and then he's just standing there with his hand in the air, butt ass naked.
Excellent.
In the name of
so
the
yeah,
law, I will punish you.
So yeah, I give up that line of how she's not alone in her sort of suite of abilities, and then kind of waiting to see where she goes with that.
well, by this point, there are scared, sometimes partially burnt people like streaming past you towards the exit, whether it's the original exit or the one that you guys kind of carved on the way in. And she is oblivious to them at this point. As soon as you step forward, now the nice old lady at the bar has undergone something of a transformation herself. She is sort of distending and getting sharper at the edges. Her fingers are turning into claws. Her her legs are getting longer, and her her feet have now the boots that she was wearing, and she has sort of four-toed claws gripping the floor, and she does not appear to be stopping with the growth. The growth continues. Sort of this like sickly pale white color. And her face her mouth has descended into a maw of fangs, and her eyes are glowing, sort of got orange fire coming out of them. And she looks, and she turns to Tyrus. She looks at him in the eye, and how are you here? And then she bounds across the distance, remembering a couple of people on the way to Tyrus.
Even better. Well, Tyrus at this point, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and he's going to roll a skirmish, I believe, at this point.
Okay. You are
Desperate.
Yeah, no, this is a desperate roll. Because of your condition, I'm going to say that you're not going to suffer the same reduction in capability that the other people do. So this is going to be a desperate roll with normal results.
Can I assist?
Sure. What you got from down there? Because I remember Bird was sort of picking you up off the floor, having absorbed a round or two of shotgun fire or dodged. I can't remember how that went exactly, but
we dodged. Well, she dodged, and I hit the dirt. I mean, so Bird was helping me up. I'm thinking that like I sort of got up, and I'm probably going to serve as a decent distraction.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll totally mark a unit of load and let's say just like threaten her with a pistol. Like probably actually squeeze off a couple shots, but like they're not gonna do anything, you know?
Yeah, threaten in this context probably does require that you at least fire off a few rounds of pistol ammo.
And I mean, she's just gonna shrug them off, but it's enough to give Tyrus a window, maybe.
A little bit of distraction.
You fire. You pull the gun. You fire. You see, she momentarily sort of turns in your direction, as she and Tyrus.
Yes.
Meet.
So that
takes
me to 3 dice. Should I push, or is there a bargain?
A devil's bartender's bargain.
A bargain. I can offer bargains, sure.
Let's hear it.
The bargain is you stay this way for a couple of days.
Nice.
Basically, the thing that's happening right now.
Yeah, I know.
Happening.
Okay. And I have limited or no control.
You'll have some control. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Fuck it.
You will have moderate control, probably.
We're doing it.
Awesome. Bring it.
Right. So, desperate. Standard effect. 2 bonus dice.
I don't even want to know what's going on in chat right now.
Lots of shit.
Never look at chat.
No, it's terrible. I just need to close the window here.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's a partial?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a success at a cost.
Alright, so...
And desperate harm, you can...
Yeah, so describe to me what's...
So she rushes...
Describe to me... Yep, good.
She rushes towards me. She's saying what is this? What are you? How are you? And then she is in mid-sentence when I land a straight dash into her gut saying, "That sounds like exposition." And I knock the wind out of her. And there's no Dragon Ball like flying across the wall or anything, but I do somewhat stop her in her tracks, and there is a distinct wheezing. That's the good part. I think you get to describe the bad part.
Yeah, so she's just turning back from Mirko's distraction, right? And you are on her way faster than she expected. And you get up on there and you get into her gut and you land a solid one. You can feel sort of the hot, fetid breath coming over your shoulder as she exhales from the blow. Um, there's a sort of inhuman growl scream, right? At which point she grabs you because you're in there real tight. She sort of grabs you and does a sort of a turning power bomb with Tyrus through.
I'm not even mad.
The bar furniture, essentially hurling him across the bar through a bunch of burning furniture and slamming him into the wall on the other side. Go ahead and take. I don't even know what is enough harm to actually threaten you at this point, because I've seen you shrug off some pretty serious, well, one really serious thing. So I'm gonna say 4 harm and see what you can do about that.
4 is fatal, I believe.
Yeah, 4 is fatal. So I'm gonna resist that.
Yeah, so the tiers are like increasingly bad. So you can do 2 different level 2 harms. Like one of them could be like every piece of furniture you hit along the way. So it's like thunk, 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 and then another level 2 harm of like, oh god, the fire.
Let's do like a level 2 of like scrapes and contusions from the furniture, floor, and wall. Right?
Okay.
And then another level 2 of fire and demon claw combo, sort of tearing up your skin.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to resist that one.
But why though?
Claw, bite.
Because reasons. No bonus dice.
Nice.
0 strays.
So
nice.
I get.
That's nice. Okay.
So I get 1 level 2 of contusions, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, you may as well try to resist that one too.
I mean, yeah, with that kind of result, why not?
Did you remember to add an extra die because of the Forged in Fire?
I did not.
Okay, well this one you
Wow.
roll 4 die.
I have to hit. Okay. Tyrus needs to hit real hard, is what I'm hearing. Real hard.
Well, so I mean, the other things you can do is you can say like this harm is irresistible, or you can be like if a resistance roll stages it down 1 as opposed to fully resisting it or something.
Okay.
At
I mean,
which
in
point
both
we
these
just-
cases. Yeah, in these cases, I'm going to say that it's fine. Neither one of those things I described is going to be terribly hard for him to resist individually. It's going to be
That's
now that
because
you've got her
Demon Bitch
attention.
is just warming up.
Exactly.
I know where this is going.
Exactly. I've seen the WWF too. Yes.
Oh yeah. It's me, Austin.
I have an idea if nobody else
It's
has a
been me
thing
all
they
along.
want to do immediately.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Sounds like they're ceding the floor to Vetra here.
Okay. So I've still got my spirit mask on and my
You do?
demon charm to keep this thing away and piss it off. I am going to open my suitcase, and I'm going to there's this weird. It looks like 3 poles, and I click them together and twist them into place. And I hit a button, and there's a crackle of energy. Basically, this is my fine lightning hook, and I'm going to basically try to wrap it around this demon's neck and subdue it with electroplasm energy.
Is it like one of those asp baton things? Basically, that's what Vetra uses instead of the hook.
Let me see. Yep, that looks good.
Okay.
Except this one can be 2-handed, so it's like one of those training swords, the bamboo ones. It's like that size.
Shinai?
Yeah, sure. I don't know the names for things.
You just know the sound when it signs an unbreakable contract for its soul.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so in the middle of all this chaos, you sort of step out from behind. Are you doing it from? Are you standing behind the wreckage of the bar while you put this together, and then like dramatically stepping out from behind with the hook, or are you stepping out, putting it together?
She's got it put together, and it's like a very slow, purposeful walk over to the demon lady, and the weird tooth mask is smiling an unnaturally large smile, and she's trying to think of a good one-liner for if this works, and then she reaches out and basically tries to brain this thing with an electroplasm baton.
Yeah. And the idea with this thing is it's a restraint, right? Like you're going to be wrapping it up around her and hopefully.
Yeah, it says it's a loop of wire connected to electroplasm capacitor, and one of the other things you could do with it is grab a spirit to drag it into a bottle, which I don't think would work for a demon, but
That's not going to happen here. No, this spirit came out of a bottle. Yeah, no, this is the okay. Yeah. So it sounds like you got to get fairly close though if you're coming over.
oh yeah, this is like
Yeah.
a slow, like purposeful walk across the bar just to, I guess, try to be a little stealthy.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to call this again a desperate with a normal effect range because this is kind of what this thing's supposed to do.
Cool.
But she's also still a demon.
Yeah, that's good. He said desperate limited effect, or standard, right? Sorry.
Desperate normal effect.
Standard.
Yeah, standard
Okay.
effect.
Does the item give me any kind of bonus die or anything like that, or?
It's giving you the bonus effect right now.
Oh yeah, right, because it's better.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
we're
something
good.
you're
Okay.
Yep.
Hold on, let me mark my 1 XP for desperate, and we'll
Oh,
live
yeah,
in
I
this
should-
perfect moment where I haven't failed yet.
I should do that too.
Embrace
Live
it.
in the moment.
Embrace it. Time for a shocking development.
Oh,
Fuck!
Oh, God.
That is. You said shocking. I'm not surprised at all.
Okay. So you lash out with this wire that's supposed to wrap around
Yep.
the demon. Luckily Tyrus has been thrown clear, so you're not gonna wrap. You get it around the demon. You wrap it and you pull and you sort of brace yourself, and then she sort of smell the sizzle of flesh as it gets electrocuted. And she turns
Okay.
and she reaches down
It's fine.
and she grabs the wire,
Oh.
pulls it off of her leg, and sort of lifts up with it. Now, important decision time. Do you try to wrestle the demon for the electric?
Yes.
Part of me wants to say, fuck it, I've got another one, but this I have to carry out this bad action. So no, we're gonna keep going.
So she then bounds towards you at a speed that is clearly unnatural. I mean, being part sort of demon yourself, I'm not sure we've actually determined what you specifically Vetra is. You can keep up with it, you can follow it, but it's so fast. And she takes the end of that wire and she wraps it around you.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kicks you back to where the bar used to be. So you're going to take 3 executed. And yeah, we're going to call it 3.
Okay, level 3 farm. Farm.
Yeah, just 3 harm.
Okay.
Just 3 harm because you were smart enough to like pull out a tool and run up and yeah.
Yeah. Is there? Can I resist this, or is it unresistible?
You're part demon as well. You can give it a shot at resisting.
Okay.
Why not?
Is that prowess or resolve?
Well, are you trying to avoid being wrapped up, or are you trying to like been wrapped up?
I think she's just trying to like endure and power through the getting the shit electrocuted out of her.
Okay, that seems like resolve.
Do not let them see you scream out loud in agonies. Too stressed. Oh Jesus, I forgot I'm so stressed out.
How bad is it exactly?
It's not great.
Cool.
I'll tell you what trauma I'm picking, and 2 more stress is what I'm trying to tell you.
Awesome. That seems great.
So
After
does
a
this
bomb.
stage down to another one, or is it just going?
Stage down.
Okay.
So does it? Okay.
You want to make it a 2 or a 1?
No, let's treat it normally. Let's treat it normally. I was repeating the question to try to give myself time. Let's treat this as a normal resolve roll. Don't worry about staging it.
Okay.
It was still titled Paranoia. That seems apropos.
She's gonna like spit a little tooth at the demon and say, "Only a poor demon falls victim to her own tools."
Is it a real tooth? Like one of her actual teeth?
It's a tooth out of the mask. Like it vibrates and just kind of plinks at her.
Are all the teeth out of the mask yours?
I mean, I own them, so yeah.
They are. Owners signed them over and everything.
Big
Okay.
law with demons. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
I get it. Possession.
Shit fingers. I heard something about a bomb. Shit fingers. What's the
Yeah, so I have a long and storied tradition of accidentally harming the people around me. So if you're only 2 away from trauma, I feel like I should help.
Can you reduce my stress?
I can do the other thing.
Well, does trauma clear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trauma clears the stress bar. See,
There you
it's
go.
it's like healing.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
You're
so
trying to make the odometer go all the way to a resets to 0, and I'm not for that right now.
What?
well, I mean,
What?
shortly you're going to be unstable, so I think you'll be for that.
What Mike is
Yeah.
doing is he's giving Quill the crow treatment, and it's worked. You know, Crow's fine. He survived so far.
So is the demon bartender underneath some sort of awning or overhang that they have in all of those westerns where there's a bar?
That seems awesome. Yeah, so she's going to be stalking back over to get to Vetra to put the wrap on her. So yeah, she's kind of headed back over to that sort of saloon overhang where the bar used to be.
All right, so I'm imagining, and I don't know exactly how Shitfingers pulls this off, like scurrying over to like one of those pillars that's holding up the overhang, and either detonating it or like wrapping like a piece of cord around it, and then like throwing the cord off. There's like no ledges or cliff, like in some way violently expelling one of the supports for the overhang away.
Okay. Okay.
However you want to phrase it, like maybe he's got a sledgehammer and he just knocks the support out, or maybe he blows it up, or maybe he ties an alligator to a chain and like throws it off a cliff. Like I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Injustice, so it's all superhero over the top right now.
Well, Shitfingers strikes me as the kind of person who would probably have like a stick of dynamite tied to a knife that he could throw.
Yes. Like one part Dead Rising, one part Metro 2033. Yes, I like it.
Exactly. That's what we're working
See,
on.
you've played Knifey Boomy before.
Right.
So,
So
yeah,
I let it off and I throw it really hard at where I think it's supposed to go. So I'm gonna roll wreck for that.
Okay. This seems like a risky maneuver because you're not actually bellying up to the thing, and you're sort of right in Shitfingers' wheelhouse here with throwing knives and explosives.
Yeah.
Collapse this overhang on the demon, right?
Yeah. Preferably not on Quill, but if some of it gets on Quill, like 2 stress worth, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to take a couple bit of stress for that myself. Just be clear, we're still at the same stress that we were before. We haven't had a chance to downtime at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't believe so, no. Not unless we've got some sort of pocket dimension. So
I think this definitely addresses the skill with Mayhem.
I would agree with that, for sure.
5's not bad.
Okay.
Acceptable.
Like after Shitfingers throws the knife dynamite, he like turns around and covers his ears.
It's like, is it one smooth practice motion? Just
Flip.
okay. All right. So the knife goes out, and it in one sort of, or in just a well practiced arc, sort of you can, and the demon actually dodges it, like on the way through, and slams into the pole, and then half a second later, the dynamite goes off, and the explosion rips that pillar out and pulverizes a good chunk of what's left of sort of the bar enclosure. And yes, the roof starts coming down.
Nice.
And it collapses on the demon and on Quill. Quill, would you rather be crushed or caught in the explosion?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Awesome.
I mean,
So, you are mildly exploded, and as like shreds of this, shreds of the pole that exploded, along with chunks of the overhang, and then the big chunk of the overhang sort of lands on top of the demon, who is currently holding it above you, sort of on her back, but she's locked down in this tiny space with you and your prone form. Right? Go ahead and take another 2 stress from the explosion.
Okay.
Harm. Sorry, harm. I am I only know so many words, guys. I've used up all my brain for other games. And then bonus, we'll go ahead and say that the explosion threw the knife and stuck it in the floor next to you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do my best to like use weird demon shit to resist this explosion.
Good.
Or I guess endure it.
Your mask opens and eats it slightly.
We'll see how much stress I relieve on this and go from there.
Question.
Yes.
So Vetra has a demon amulet, like a demon bane charm. What does that do to the bartender? If they're closed in together.
It just says they prefer to avoid it. I don't know if it like harms them, but it might be like.
I just love how there's a situation that Zach has engineered where there's 2 demons in a room with 1 knife.
No, as soon as Mike was like, yeah, like on all those westerns, the saloon bartender, I'm like, well, clearly there has to be a knife fight now under a canopy. Yes, the Demon Bane Charm is actually a really good question. I'm glad you reminded me of that. We'll get to that in a second, probably.
Okay,
I think.
so I got 3 dice, 5 or higher, 5 or higher, 5 or. Ooh, no
Nice.
stress. What's up? Boom.
Nice. So you managed to. Sorry, go ahead, narrate it for me.
Yeah, so there's like shrapnel and fire, and part of it looks like it's supposed to hit her, but it just kind of doesn't. And like there's also shrapnel sticking out the mask, and then the teeth sort of like rotate into this weird grinding thing, and they eat the shrapnel, and then suddenly a few more teeth pop out.
Wow. Okay.
And then the smile gets bigger.
That. Okay. Hold on one second, guys.
Sure.
It's just you and me left, Bird.
Do you think it's skirmish to force an electroplasm vial into her throat and punch it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that might be the definition of skirmish.
Well, I think that's my next plan.
Apparently, one of our dogs won't hide from outside. I don't know if I ever needed to address this or not, so we'll come back to it in a minute. Okay, cool. So yes, if you try to force a vial down the demon's throat and punch it, that will A, be desperate, and B, be skirmish.
I like it.
What?
I like it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that.
I don't suppose there's any way for me to help in there.
Well, that depends. What would be your method of helping? Bear in mind that it's just kind of the overhang canopy. It's probably made out of like some sort of fairly flimsy wood and cloth.
I mean, I could try to.
I don't know. What do you think?
I could try to. I mean, I could try to. 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 I could try to
It's not.
No, I'm probably on the other side of it. I think I figured out what I'm gonna do next, though.
Okay.
So we'll
all right.
do
So
Chris's thing.
okay. Can I hear from? I haven't heard from Bird at all. Did you, or did you just like quietly sneak off while these people are being crazy?
I mean, I was thinking about running out when the roof came down, but what's left? So Vetra and the Demon Leader are under like the roof.
Yes.
A lot of the
Most
wizard lizards ran out.
yeah, they either run out, are in the process of running out, or physically can't run out for some reason.
Okay.
None of them feel like this is probably a fight for them.
Sure.
So it's unlikely you will have to engage them if you don't want to. They're doing a really good job of like keeping a large amount of like entropy and chaos in the sort of bar area, however, because they're all running really fast out of there. And it's only been like 15 seconds since the demon emerged. So,
Okay. If Vetra's still under the debris,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to fish her out of the debris.
okay. That's cool. That's cool. So you're gonna like, are you trying to go through the tarp? Trying to go under it, or what's the thought?
Yeah, I'm probably using like what skills I have from running around the city and looking for narrow passageways, like just figuring
Okay.
out which ways I can reach to her the fastest and help her get out without like removing too much.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. So you're gonna try to sort of get in there the most efficient way possible,
Right.
and sort of sneak her out for
Yeah.
whatever value of sneak we can manage in these circumstances. Okay.
So I was thinking finesse.
Okay. Okay.
What would that be? Risky.
Well, I'll give you the option. Risky, you could find her and start the process. If you're willing to go desperate, you can actually get her clear.
Odds are, if something
Doing
goes wrong
it.
when it's desperate, nothing's bad's gonna happen to you.
It's true. It's true.
Standard effect, great effect.
It'd probably be. I think we're gonna go again because it's apparently my favorite construction of this thing. Desperate, standard, risky,
Limited.
diminished.
Okay.
Yeah, limited.
Quill, do you want to assist me in helping you get out? Like
I
I'm
can't
over
take
this
the
one.
stress to do this.
No, you one.
Just embrace the trauma.
I'm going
It's
to
one
Your
stress to
terms,
help.
what I'm saying.
I'm going to force feed her this fucking vial.
Okay, well I will push myself and take 2 stress and be 1 away from a trauma.
I could. Oh, I was gonna offer to help, but
Yeah,
too
sorry.
late. The die is
Yes.
cast.
Okay, so we went desperate. It is standard effect, and we got a partial success. Okay, so you clear through some of this rubble and you get inside, and Vetra's right there, and you grab, right? And you're pulling her. And as you're grabbing her to pull her out, the demon is descending on Vetra. And as she gets close, the demon bane charm starts to hum, and the demon recoils for just a split second with a scream. And everybody else can see the whole like debris pile buck as this happens, right?
Okay.
And you reach in and you grab Vetra and you pull her out, right? Vetra's still sort of tied up a little bit in her electro whip thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you take a stress from like contact electrocution. Vetra's tanking it because she's part demon, but I don't know that you are. So
I assume you meant harm.
sorry,
I'm
harm.
gonna...
Yes. Always
What
harm.
level? What level harm?
Un.
First,
Oh, okay.
ein harm.
I'm gonna use my armor for that.
Okay. So you got like some non-tip gloves or something? Like
I have rubber gloves.
It's the Vetra grabbing gloves. Everybody wears rubber gloves.
I mean, I imagine Bird, if she spends a lot of time like crawling through ducts and things in Concordat, she probably has ways of dealing with
Yeah.
electricity when it comes up, right?
You got those thick leather
Yeah.
parkour gloves.
Yeah, so you probably have protective gear that helps you here. I'm into that. Okay, cool,
So
cool. Yeah, so,
as I'm getting dragged out, this lady's screaming, right? Or the demon,
Mhm.
rather. Is there time to slam this vial down her throat and punch?
You
If there's
failed at
anything-
that though.
I didn't roll for that yet.
yeah, that rolled me. I will say this: there is time to do one of those two things.
Mm-hmm.
One of those two things.
Oh, I can only punch a throat or force feed a vial?
Yes. Either will require a skirmish and be pretty risky.
Risk is not important. In this lifestyle, some risk is understood. Yeah, I got this electroplasm vial. It doesn't weigh anything. I don't feel like carrying it, so pop that top and fill her up.
Alright.
I'm just gonna try to stick my hand in there and then let go.
Listen, whatever.
I will attempt to assist. You can fill it in, and I can do the punch.
Fucking rad.
There we go.
I
Okay,
will take
so
this.
what I'm imagining here is the like we're kind of swapped timing a little bit, whereas the demon's reaching down, right, to get you before Bird gets there, you sort of grab the demon's arm and use that to get to her throat to throw it in. Then the demon vein charm goes off. Then Bird yanks you out.
Okay.
Okay.
I was also thinking some of the
give me your-
resistance that Bird might have been having is me like grabbing
Uh-huh.
into the ground with one of my hands and like
Yup.
pulling by my fingernails to shove this thing in this lady's throat.
Like actively fighting being saved for vengeance reasons. Yes.
Yes. There is hell to pay. Desperate?
Yeah, you are once again going hand to hand with a demon. Just give me a desperate roll.
You keep saying this like it's a bad thing, and I mean it's part of the job. So desperate effect standard?
Yeah, we'll go standard. If you were standing around doing the whole punch, I'd probably give you the enhanced effect, but we're just gonna go standard this time.
Okay. And I get the +1 die from Tyrus's help. Hold your breath. Ah, fuck! I got a 4 at least. Jesus. All right, so shit.
Okay, so electroplasm. That sounds dangerous, which I assume is the reason you decided to use it in the first place, right?
Yeah, I realize all the weapons I have are also very effective against me being a demon and whatnot.
Cool. Which I'm having some fun with. I'm not gonna lie. So you get this thing down its throat, and then the just as Bird starts to pull you back, some giant meaty piece of person comes through the top of this thing, right? This overhang that's now on top of the demon, and it's Tyrus, right? Like apparently randomly punching into the debris. I don't know what that looks like, but whatever it is, it forces the demon's mouth to close. This huge fanged maw. As the vial gets like 3/4 of the way in, it coils and starts clutching at his throat and screaming, and the debris pile goes nuts. Dust is coming off of it, rocks and chunks of stuff are flying out. But at the same time, some portion of that vial arcs back towards Quill as she's being pulled out. Excuse me. For let's say one more harm.
One more harm. I'm going to try to resist.
Optimistic.
Level 1 harm isn't even that bad.
You have armor.
No, it's just like a mild chemical burn is all.
I've
you're
already
gonna
used
get
my
here.
armor. Not if I do this. Fuck, I'm traumatized.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to point out that this was not my fault.
This fits. I like it.
No, this very little of this current scenario has been Shitfinger's fault. Yes.
Yeah, no.
Which is
Yeah,
weird.
it's not like I buried anybody.
Did
Yeah.
she pass out while I'm pulling her out?
So there's a hissing sound, and like my face is smoking, and when
actually,
yeah.
No, go ahead. I was gonna offer you a possible alternative, if you're interested in taking the harm.
What you got?
Dance. You know your mask.
Yeah.
How's that gonna
It's
react
gone.
to
It's
electroplasm?
gone forever.
Do you
We're putting
think?
teeth mask.
I actually I'm not sure. I was gonna end up making get a new mask part of like a long-term project because I figured the electroplasm on my face was gonna split the demon seam and also sort of just like melt the mask, so like there would just be teeth falling off of her face as she was dragged out of the rubble.
All right, cool. Well, if you're already down for it, then I'm not gonna offer the thing. That's fine.
Yeah. So there's a hissing sound, and Bird, like as you're pulling her out, you realize she's not like fighting or tense anymore, and like there's just dead arms hanging forward.
I was kind of hoping that you had gone like full Obi-Wan Kenobi and it was just empty robes that Bird is pulling out of this.
Shit, that's real
Empty
good.
robes and
I'm
like
gonna
a
do that.
lightning whip that
Yeah.
comes
I'm gonna
out.
do that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's the robe is filled with teeth.
Yeah. Oh god, you just
God.
you're
Oh,
sudden
God.
you're pulling clothes and suddenly it's just this pristine white pantsuit and it's just teeth pouring out what used to be Vetra's flesh.
It's a
Wait,
pantsuit
honey.
full of bones and
It's-
hair.
No, it's not teeth pouring out. It's that the inside of the suit has teeth sewn all the way down.
Oh, come on. I was gonna say,
No,
like,
that's
Bird
real
goes
good.
to
That's real
his
good.
higher
There's like
pipe.
where she was getting pulled. There's like this black viscous liquid that's dripping through like the wood slats as Vetra
Oh.
flees to recollect herself.
Okay.
And, yeah, so there's just like a pristine white pantsuit, and it
That's
is lined
made of
with,
teeth.
Yeah, it is lined with teeth. Basically, if you look at it really closely now, you can realize that the backs of all the teeth have been ground flat and like stuck together to make the outside of the suit.
Well, that's why that's why it's so ablative to dirt.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. It's
She does
it's
have to
actually
brush
like
it twice a day.
After every meal. Every
Fluoride
meal.
treatments.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fluoride treatments for the suit constantly.
Well, I mean, there's fluoride in the water. They're not, barbarians.
Anyway,
Just savages,
I'm gonna take the vicious trauma after this.
Oh, that'll
So-
change a lot.
No,
yeah, it
that's
doesn't really.
yeah. You'll just get XP for being you. It's gonna be great.
Well, she's already cold. She's already reckless. She's already a little bit unstable. Paranoid. Actually, paranoid might work. Let's do paranoid. That
Paranoid
would lead
would
to
be
more
very
viciousness.
interesting. It would.
Is your new theme song that song by Garbage? I think
Yes.
I'm paranoid.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Excuse me.
God damn it, Jordan, say that.
Which one?
Oh.
That we barely made it out by the skin of our teeth.
Okay. Bird, I want a reaction shot from you as the rubble convulses and you are left holding. You sort of emerge from the rubble holding a suit. What made of teeth? A suit, a tooth suit.
Bag.
It's a suit that
It's-
clatters as you pick it
Is
up.
it a shark tooth suit? Yes, it's What is Bird? What is me reaction?
I
Close so good. This even the shit. I miss words. Bye. Fight well. Bird. I'm not Bird.
Okay.
Mike, are you having a stronk over there?
anyway, it depends. Has Quill ever explained the suit doing this to me before? It depends on that.
Nope.
Absolutely.
Conversation has been had.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna look at it and be like, shrug and then throw the suit back into the hole.
Okay, you just chucking the suit back. It's like screw this noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not paid enough for this, and I'm just gonna walk to wherever the shelves were for the bar, and look to see what remains.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
somebody please take her briefcase. It's got the papers and stuff in it.
Did you
that
actually
underneath
put?
the rubble?
I thought we still had the contract sitting on a table, and that's what
She
Mirko
keeps-
has been doing since the
Well,
bomb
it's,
was
Okay.
it's the
thrown.
best place to carry them.
Is he's just
Collecting
calmly
contracts?
collecting contracts. Those like the combat hobos will do what they need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so that's what Mirko's doing. Tyrus, you punched this thing in the back of the head or something like that, right?
Something
Like-
like that. Do we want to go to Mirko? I don't think he's done anything yet.
I mean,
Well,
I'm-
he's telling me he's collecting contracts. Does Mirko want to get involved in the fight, or is Mirko over there taking care of business?
yeah, no. I mean, our crew has a professional rep to live up to, and we got to get paid. And yeah, I'm not useful in a fight except to help people. So mechanically, I can give you a bonus die, and that's what I'm going to be best at, or talk to
Okay.
people. So if we can talk down this demon that we've already tried and failed to talk down,
Okay. Well, we'll put a pin in that.
Tyrus, while Mirko is collecting so Mirko is collecting contracts.
Yes.
Vetra has Obi-Wan Kenobi through the floor. Bird has decided that she does not want to be holding a teeth suit. We'll get to Shitfingers in a second because Shitfingers is currently like holding his ears, looking away, and giggling probably. Tyrus, out of this pile of debris that just shifted horribly, a bursts through the canopy and grasps you around the throat. Giant demon arm. What do you do? The upper body starts to emerge from sort of the same hole, and the eyes on this thing do not look happy with you at present.
That's understandable. What do I do?
Bear in mind, you're only partially on fire, so it should be fine.
I resisted all that. I got nothing.
I'll remember that for this one.
I bet. Well, considering the current effects of his situation, he's probably gonna keep doing what he's doing, and he's just gonna try and apply enough force to that arm to make it let go. So that's probably sounding like a skirmish.
Yep. It sounds like a skirmish. She's still a demon. You are still doing the thing that you do, so it's.
Yep.
I think this is still probably desperate with a standard effect size.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's do this. Could I? No. I'm gonna hang on to that idea, and I'm just gonna.
Don't say it out loud.
No. I'm hanging on to it. It's a really bad idea, and I don't think we're there yet. So I'm gonna push myself for an extra die. So desperate, standard effect, one bonus die. Oh,
Oh,
Very
nice.
that
What happens
desperate
here, man?
6.
That's what you need right there.
that is what I needed.
Describe to me how you get clear here, bud.
Okay, so
Something else.
caught off guard for a second by the sudden grasp of the arm, and then his body just continues its practiced movements, and it essentially there's a vertical armbar that's happening.
Nice.
Flying
and
armbar?
Not even. Well, I'm already in the air, so yeah,
Yeah.
technically. But yeah, the arm starts to go and go and go, and I don't know. Does it hold on until it cracks? Because he's not stopping.
Yes, the arm will hold on until it cracks. All the way out,
Yup.
and
Yep.
you can see she's just staring you down. And by this point, like whatever traces of the bartender there were once in this thing are completely gone now. Like
Tyrus
featureless, pale white face. Yeah.
Tyrus is returning that stare the entire second. Not quite sure how, considering the positioning of it, but if it's possible, he's doing it.
Well, you are
He is at the point where he does not give a shit.
in your head. Is Tyrus currently lifted off the ground, or is Tyrus like finding leverage and pulling down?
From your description, it sounded like he was lifted vertically by an
Okay,
extended
yeah.
arm. So yeah, he has wrapped his legs around it, and he is just doing a back bend as far as he can, and just
Okay.
taking the arm with him.
So you bend that arm until it snaps, and the arm is like 6 feet long at this point. Like this thing is massively larger than a person at this point.
All right.
And it snaps, and everybody hears this again scream, shout, growl of pain as the arm breaks. And Tyrus's upper body sort of winds up hanging limp, holding the arm, right? Do
Like
you let go with
swing.
Yeah. Do you let go with your legs? Because you can make it to the ground at this point.
Yeah, as soon as he hears it snap, he's gonna let go and try to get landing on his feet. And when he does, he just looks up and he says, "Bigger isn't better."
The body of the demon has emerged from the rubble. The lower body's still inside, and it sinks down and sort of cradles the arm, and then lets it fall and sort of rest on the ground in a sort of a hunch. And you can see it looking at you. You have not bested me. Moments from your death, you are. And
He just points to the arm on the ground, and then
Okay. All right. I believe it's safe to say the demon has lost track of the rest of the party for now.
I hope so.
What are you guys doing? Probably starting with shit fingers, since I know where everyone else is.
Sneak attacks.
I mean, is there the demon's still up? I guess.
Yes.
Sneak bomb.
Oh god, do you have a bomb called Silent but Deadly?
Probably, but it just stinks a lot.
Fair.
It's more of a room clearing maneuver.
That's not especially deadly then.
No.
It's also flammable.
Oh, okay.
It's the setup.
Right.
The other one's called Punchline.
Okay. So, presumably we have a way of trapping demons.
Yeah. Although it turned into Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
You definitely did. I feel like Vetra's probably the expert. If somebody else has like attune skills and things,
I have a tune in Tinker, so I'm trying to figure out if I can make a Ghostbusters trap. But honestly, like this whole concept of the demons thing, like we know Quill, but is a demons thing fairly common amongst the Konkordat?
No.
Not super common. They're not quite mythological amongst the dwellers of Pipetown.
Right.
They exist, and they typically only are activated through like fairly old deals, like things that are generations old. You don't know of anybody right now, at least in Pipetown, that's like making deals with demons.
Right. So the thing is that Shitfingers is more comfortable with mechano zombies or robo zombies than demons. So I don't know that I'm gonna be able to like whip up a Ghostbusters demon trap on the fly. So like,
yeah.
I mean, every character I want to say has a Spirit Bane charm on their inventory list.
True, but I don't know how effective that is against demons.
Right. So I mean, if we get everybody else's, maybe Shitfingers can work some mojo. Or some Explojo.
Explojo.
I like that.
Also possible. I mean, the electroplasm seemed to be pretty effective. Obviously, raw physical damage can do something because Tyrus at least slowed it down significantly with his armbar.
Okay, so electroplasma, right?
Yeah.
So presumably that's something that whatever alchemical impulse drives that is something that can be created in the
Oh
lab.
yeah.
So if I had like a vial of, pardon the phrase, lightning in a bottle.
I will not.
Yeah, no, that's. I will not allow it. Yes, no, that seems fine. That seems totally reasonable. Like,
Okay.
I imagine in my head, you are always carrying around the least reasonable and most dangerous thing imaginable.
Okay. So how crazy should this get? And I mean it more like in a, like, Shitfingers is not the type to walk up and try to put a vial in the demon's mouth and push it down.
Okay.
No, he's the
Right.
type to throw it and
Right.
count 3, 2, 1.
And there are like a bunch of people surrounding the
Mm-hmm.
the demon, and like throwing a vial into that crowd seems bad.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, so you, so here's where I show that I don't know the system as. I mean, again, that I know the system super well. Do you have an item that is like electro vial, or is it just you proposing a thing here?
I have 3 bandoliers of alchemicals.
Um,
And
Okay.
there's also, we all have a generic arcane implements that we can check as well.
so would Shitfingers have possibly built some sort? You talked about not having like a Ghostbusters trap, right? But what if you've got like, what if you spent some of your downtime building some sort of like, I don't know, expandable electro web thing that you might be
Like,
able to use?
it should be like coarser, right? And like,
Yeah.
Shitfingers is a guy who threw dynamite attached to a knife, right? So like,
Uh-huh.
maybe I have like garrote wire that's that I can like electro turn on or whatever.
Sounds good.
I mean, also looking at it, when you look at the standard items under arcane implements, a vial of electroplasm is literally mentioned. So you can just check it off, and all of a sudden you have it.
Okay.
Yeah, so either that or electro garrote. I'm down for either.
I'm gonna try the electro garrote. That sounds a little bit stupider.
Significantly stupider. So, so that would mean, I mean, that's gonna mean you gotta get up nice and friendly with the demon, right?
Right. I don't know, like, yeah. I don't know how to get around that at this point.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a thing that we can work out later, where you have like an electro garrote between 2 throwing knives.
An electro garrote, like on a bolo or whatever.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Like that would be your blast sword chucks. But yeah, in this case, if you've just got an electric garrote, maybe this is the impetus to build that construction.
Right. After I'm harmed violently through this, because I do not have the stress to soak damage. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna walk up. Like, I'm going to take a moment to attach like the garrote to
Can I
2
assist you?
vials of, what's that?
Can I assist you?
Do you know anything about anything? I mean,
Yes.
you know a lot of things, but
Yeah, no, I've totally got a point and tinker.
Do you
And-
even explode, bro?
I have a single
okay.
point and
So
tinker.
Shitfingers rolls up to Mirko and says, "Here, hold this.
Yep.
Here, please to be holding this."
Yes.
And like gives you 2 open vials of steaming something that
Mhm.
also like make your eyebrows do the
Well,
thing
no.
where they dance
I
outwards.
I know enough to not like have my face anywhere within a direct line of sight of them.
Do not drink this, simply to be holding.
Yeah,
and
so
then
like it's one of these, right?
I put both ends of the
Oh,
piano
yeah.
wire in there, and then I like sub the stoppers on there really hard and like shake them both. And I'm careful not to be holding the garrote wires, and I run up and like fling it over the demon's head, and then like put my feet on its back and try not to be touching it with anything. I'm gonna tinker, and that
Alright.
seems stupid beyond words. So please tell me what position I'm in.
Okay, so we're taking untested dangerous technology into hand-to-hand combat That with the demon. Go with desperate.
Yes. Okay.
You are, however, bringing the pain. So again, I think we're gonna go with desperate standard because standard's about the best you can do damage wise.
And let's talk Devil's Bargains.
Devil's Bargains. I love Devil's Bargains.
Like it explodes.
Oh,
but not in
okay.
a good way.
Like the whole shebang, regardless of how well you roll. Is this actually electroplasm that you're using, or is this some new substance that's similar in?
It's
in
electroplasm that I've connected to electroplasm with a wire, and I've agitated the whole thing, which in science terms means I shook it real hard.
Can I propose an alternative Devil's Bargain? The demon lady stays that way permanently. Like she's just a demon now.
She's a demon forever.
The lady's gone.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you which one.
I kind of like that.
I have no moral compass, so that doesn't sound bad.
I mean,
I'm trying to think of how.
That gets bad because there's a very large, angry demon lady who can punch through walls, and we're on her shit list.
Sure,
yeah.
We'll just feed her to the tooth monster. The tooth fairy. Shit.
Tooth fairy. Yeah, I like that because I can do fun things with a giant angry demon lady hanging over you.
So do I get one die for Mirko and one die for Devil's Bargain? I hear a thumbs up, so I'm going to roll. I hear thumbs up.
Good mic job.
Good to go.
I got 2 6s.
Oh shit!
Oh jeez. Okay.
No.
Okay. Can I propose a thing, real quick?
No, wait. Time out.
Jordan, you have to say that.
Fuck shit, get crit.
Oh, that is amazing. Let's hear it.
No, it was just talk shit, get crit. That's all she wanted to say. So go, Zach.
Okay. Okay. So, can I propose a thing? You said you were wrapping it around her neck. Can you have wrapped it around her good arm?
Sure. I mean, that...
in my head, what you're gonna do with the crit? Because you now have like semi-invincible demon lady stalking you forever, right?
You and what army?
But now she doesn't. Now she's got one semi-functional arm, right? Because you cut clean through the other one and it fell to the floor in a steaming pile. She just like runs at you like angry flamingo style when she wants to fight.
I'm imagining she uses her like broken ass arm now as a flail. Like she just twists her torso and the arm comes through.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was her head, and maybe some sort of creepy demon thing happens so that it's her arm that I cut off instead of her head.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Wet noise.
Oh, what if you cut off her head and then her head grows where her arm was?
Oh.
So everything's sideways, and she's pissed, and one of her arms is gone.
Oh.
Quick, we can use her sudden sense of vertigo to get out of here.
That's exactly what happens. Like, as far as you guys know, you just cut the head off a demon, right? As far as your characters know, you just like is it Maxime? Sorry, yeah, Maxime just electro sliced piano wire, and it like rolls onto the bar floor, and rests amongst the burnt bodies.
So the catch here is that the demon now needs to have all of its limbs removed, because if you remove a limb, it just grows another. If you cut off its head without removing all the limbs, it just grows another head.
Yeah. No, we have created a dead space abomination.
Yeah, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
Jordan, you're muted.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense that it almost stops here, because we all would probably think it's dead after that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the only one that would know any better missed.
That's what I'm thinking. Exactly. If Vetra was there, you would know better, but because she's not, I have a golden opportunity to get a recurring demon.
So I'm probably like cramming the tooth suit, like probably actually wipe my hands off of the vials that Shitfingers, a man named Shitfingers, handed me. So I've like wiped off my hands. That's step one. And then step two is like just start stuffing this pantsuit into Vetra's like seemingly bottomless briefcase.
It's a
Like it
suitcase
really
now.
all shouldn't fit in there. Yeah, it's a suitcase now. Good job.
I'm good for the really lame puns, like the
Oh god, that's so
softball.
good. Suitcase, did you get it?
Well, I mean, before it just held her underwear, so it was a briefcase.
Hey, that's an assumption. It could be something else, Kate.
Fair. But anyways, so yeah,
The worst for underwear.
and I'm just yeah.
Quality suit.
I get the tooth suit, which feels really creepy, and I definitely make a mental note never to touch it ever again. I'm like, okay, we can leave now. Job done. Yes.
Close enough.
Tyrus, you seem
Yeah,
different. Did you do something with your hair?
Hang on a
We'll
second.
come back. We'll come back to it. Okay, so Tyrus sort of looks at you, looks you up and down, walks towards the door.
There is. No, sorry, never mind. Yeah, that happens.
Bird, shit fingers, we good to go?
Do we have all the things that give us cash monies?
I believe so.
I mean, we were just here to interrupt a alliance meeting.
Well, and
Okay.
I think it was they were going to sue each other for peace, and we decided that we should give war a chance.
The fun thing about this whole exchange was, you guys rolled fairly well on your engagement check, as I recall.
I think we credit.
Yeah, we
Yes. If you hadn't done so well, it was going to be an ambush.
Mhm.
Engagement check. You
That's-
instead got
that's-
to fight a demon.
That's generally
So-
what a 1 to 3 is. It's
They've got
you
us
fucked up.
surrounded.
Yeah,
The poor bastards.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Vetra, you can come back at
Oh.
any time in the next scene here.
I was just going to say, don't forget, guys, we only have 4 group members now because the 5th one has disappeared. So split is much better that way.
So, Mirko, suddenly there's a knock coming from inside the suitcase?
I'll probably hold the suitcase up to my head. And yes, hello, who is?
Please open the door.
Oh god, this is how demons get in.
Latch
They just-
code
they
is
just ask-
666.
They ask a polite enough person to open the door, and that gives good. Yep, I set the suit / briefcase down and then just like pop it.
So it pops, like the lid opens and a different looking person comes out. They've got like it's pretty much just like a pure black suit, and they've got some crazy like up in the air hair. He fixes his tie and he goes, "Thank you very much."
I was hoping you were going to like David Bowie and Labyrinth out of it.
Did you retrieve the documents?
I mean, who are you?
Yes, I'm your ally. I'm Vetra.
And I just like hold my hand up to this person's forehead. Just like, nope, that's clammy and vaguely disgusting.
Would
Checks
you
out.
like to? Would you
Did
like
you not
to
see
make?
documents? Also, how were you in briefcase? Whatever. Did you not see
It
documents
was
in
dark
briefcase?
in there. Not able to see much. Thank you for opening.
My
Would,
pleasure.
would seeing my real face help you make
No. No.
identification easier?
No. Very no. Hard no.
Did
Where
anyone
did I
get
go
my
back to the
mask?
bar?
Uh,
Look for some alcohol.
mask disappeared in melty explosion.
Shit, unfortunate. I'll just have to find some more teeth, and then he walks off into the distance.
Mirko goes like this.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Well, okay, so now, I guess it's up to you guys. We can either do the downtime stuff we would have done at the beginning of the session, or we can jump right into one of the other things.
Um,
Downtime, I'm super stressed.
yeah, we should probably downtime.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to lead off?
Oh.
We all go drinking,
Yeah.
except for a new person who is not that.
We all go drinking, and we bring in the demon's head with us as a trophy. Well, that'll be worth a few drinks, right?
Yeah.
Does drinking alcohol out of a demon's head do anything weird to the alcohol, like make it stronger or anything?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Mm-hmm.
For more potent spirits.
Yep.
What's payoff for that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Also,
The good bits.
spirits.
Payoff for that.
Oops.
A shitload of rep, I have to imagine.
You higher on the rep than the loot, most likely.
Yeah.
There wasn't a ton in that bar as far as actual stuff.
We got
But
people
you
to sign
guys
over some
Beat
things,
up a
right?
demon, and there were a ton of witnesses.
Mhm.
What?
I said we got people to sign over some things, right?
Oh, you got like.
I think we only got a few signatures before.
Yeah.
And they were like rank and file pipe wizards or pipe lizards. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
Not a great deal. Can I give you amount of coins you can't evenly split?
I mean, you can. We just throw the extra into the vault.
Yep.
So
Let's
you have
call
to
it.
buy vaults. Like they're a crew upgrade.
Oh, so no vault currently exists.
Well,
Nope.
it can hold up to 4 coin base, and then if another 1 point gets you another 4, and then a second point gets you another 8.
Okay. Well, let's call it 2 coin. It was a fairly meager haul, but 3 rep.
I think the default is 2 rep, and then 1 per tier difference between us and the target.
Okay.
They were both
Between you and the target, or you and the thing that you actually fought?
I think that's up to the GM discretion, whether or not we knew which target we were hitting.
Let's call it under that construction. Let's go ahead and call it. Let's call it 5 rep.
Diggity.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, a bunch of people saw you fighting a demon, and you got to walk away. Did you or did you not bring the head with you?
Probably. I mean, we
find that
left pretty
entertaining.
calmly. Yeah.
True. Okay.
Follow-up question: do we get any turf for that?
Sure.
I mean, we didn't really do anything to establish ourselves there. We were literally
That's
just
true.
a wrecking ball that left.
Well,
I assume that was with the contracts that one did manage to get.
yeah, you could try to claim some turf at the Guzzle Bucket, assuming that that person was the actual proprietor and owner of the
Mhm.
Guzzle Bucket.
Oh, so I mean,
I'll
like
leave
that could be a clock that we've started or something, maybe.
Okay.
We also get +2 coin for battle or extortion missions, and I think this fits either of those bills.
To both things, yes. That happened both things.
Mm-hmm.
Which can't fit in our vault, so who wants a coin?
I could use it to buy some teeth.
So you mean buy another action.
The tooth fairy needs it
yeah,
to
sure.
pay people for their teeth.
Cool. Who wants another coin?
I'll take it.
You would.
Guzzle Bucket's like turf clock. Gonna have to do some more stuff to actually solidify your like ownership of that area.
That's cool. Oh, and heat. That's probably a thing we accrued some of.
Oh god. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. So heat. Yes. Um, call that. So standard.
Standard is 2. Allowed mission is 4, I think.
Loud. That was definitely loud.
And then, like, the apocalypse is 6.
I don't think it was apocalyptic. We'll call it loud.
And then there's
Going
additional
to-
heat if people died.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, that
So
didn't
5.
happen.
Because people definitely died.
Name 8.
8 people?
Name 8 people that died.
8 people.
Jim, Bob,
Well,
Bob,
like,
Jim,
only like
Jim, Bob, Bob.
6 of them were in your crew, so yeah, it didn't go so well for the thugs. Yeah,
Oh, my boys.
I mean they acquitted themselves fairly well, but they were up against superior numbers and a demon.
Yeah.
There was fire. Um,
Was fun.
the thug numbers are severely reduced when you get back to HQ.
That's okay. We got people lining up out the door now because they know
There's
we
just-
took on a demon.
There's just Ted. Hey,
Oh, not
guys.
Ted. He was the most racist.
Yep. Oh no. Now our thugs are 100% racist just because he's the only one left.
But there's no one there to soften the numbers at all.
Yep.
I fought a demon, but you know what's worse? Fucking Parkies. Running
Oh
around
my
screaming,
God.
Arsenal, Arsenal. I was like, no, get away.
Seriously, Chelsea.
This is the point where somebody shoots Ted. Okay.
Probably
so
me.
Down, Bird, you volunteered.
Yeah, for relieving stress.
I go. What's your poison here?
It is the thief race games with the scavenger
Ooh.
hunt.
Okay, so you need a race. Yeah. So you go. Luckily for you,
Mm-hmm.
Lord Bencombe has another race on.
And
And it's this fairly standard list, like candlesticks and um, fairly challenging. You know where to find them. Give me some roll on your part, and then we'll clear stress.
boop. I mean, it's 3 stress.
Okay, cool.
I'm probably gonna go again because that wasn't satisfying.
That's fine. Is it part of the same race, or did you lose that race and you're trying again?
Maybe I started to stagger in the race, but then I like tried perking myself up again. Like one of
Okay.
my opponent, like I saw one of my opponents go past me, and that took like the wind out of my sails a bit.
But then you got in front of them and tripped them.
Oh, okay. So, well, I'm down to 3 stress, so that's the important.
3 stress
thing.
ain't bad. 3 stress ain't
Yeah.
bad. It's survivable.
Was really kind of hoping you'd
Um,
overindulge.
I'm gonna say you come in second.
Yeah.
Not a great performance, but you're definitely like making a name for yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're one of the regular competitors at this point.
Yeah.
They know who you are. All right, cool. So that was Bird. Just spent 2 actions, downtown actions, reducing stress. Who's
Mhm.
next?
I think I know what I'd like to do, but
Okay.
I can't do 3 things because I don't have a coin to pay for the 3rd thing. So the first
True.
thing I will do is I will reduce the gang's heat, and
Okay.
basically I do that by buying whatever passes for like the local law, like them what we have heat with.
Okay. Yeah, so
Um,
that would probably be the Red Hooks or something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'd probably find a sergeant or someone that I know, or like a squad of them or something, and just we go get turned and get fucking
Okay.
drunk.
Nice.
So let's roll consort, and that's a 6, which I think
Wow,
is
okay.
4 heat off.
I think
Okay.
it's 3 and then crit. is
1, 2, 3,
4.
5. Yeah. So it's
Oh, yeah.
3 heat off.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, turned down for what exactly? And then the second thing I will do is go reduce my stress, and so I head down to Lowtown and go hang out with Oblikov, that 70-year-old mob boss, basically. And
Alright.
probably just regale the whole shitty pub of like the tale of the time that from accounting killed a demon.
Yeah, no, that is. They are going to be into that story, man. That
So
is.
I reduce 4 stress, but I can adjust that up and or down by 1 and or 2. So I'm going to reduce 5 stress and clear myself out.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So that is both of your downtime actions. That leaves Quill, Maxime, and Tyrus, whose codename is Tyrus.
It's technically Thunder, but I think Tyrus sounds cooler.
Okay, I remember that now. Okay, cool. So who's next?
Mine's real easy.
All right, what you got?
Shitfingers does some petty sabotage. Like he breaks some pipes and like unscrews some caps on some bottles at some places where this would be particularly awkward. Like he makes life hard for other people in a way that would not be immediately noticeable, perhaps, and not like terrible. And also, it will make sure that his friends get more work. That the guy that goes around and like fixes these things.
Okay, so to relieve stress, just to clear this up, to relieve stress, Maxime's a gremlin.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not big scale sabotage. It's little tiny things that make
Little
everything stop working properly.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Then I guess if that's your advice, give me a roll. Let's see what we got for you, stress.
Nice.
There you go. That's a pretty good roll.
Mm-hmm.
I currently have 7, so I have 1 remaining. Okay. And then the other thing I'm gonna do is train.
Okay.
And I believe I can train in prowess or resolve.
I think you can train in any of them, but you get extra XP for those.
Okay, I'm going to be training prowess by
Are you throwing more knives with dynamite attached to it?
He's practicing. He's practicing with the electro bola. What he's doing?
Yeah, that
Yes.
seems like it served me well. Which one is finesse? Finesse is like
dexterous movement, I believe. Like
Yeah.
Finesse is, yeah, it's like picking pockets and stuff like that, and it's also vehicle handling.
and prowl is more like
Well,
following people and stuff like that.
Prowl is like jumping rooftop to rooftop, like it's more specific movement, and also sneaking up on people, and also ambushing with close violence.
I'm definitely picking out prowl then. So yeah.
Okay.
I train with the guild. They teach me more about surprising people with a grot because that seemed pretty effective.
Yes, that was pretty effective. Cool. All right. So that's please, Quill and Tyrus. Tyrus and I are sort of working it out here. So Quill.
Yep.
What are you doing for downtime?
I'm gonna start a long-term project to make a new spirit mask.
Okay.
So, how many segments would that be?
Okay, so the spirit mask has it's a thing, right? It's like a thing that's on your sheet.
Yeah.
It's got abilities.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are you making it out of? What's the plan here?
I'm thinking about branching out. I'm gonna see what kind of inspiration I can get via the application of extreme violence to people. So the trauma I took is unstable. So instead of like thinking up a good plan, Vetra is going to go down the street and find somebody that pisses them off, and just kind of bash faces into walls and collect whatever comes out of them.
Okay. Great. So That seems totally reasonable and not at all weird and spooky. So, yeah, give me. I guess it sounds like a skirmish roll.
Sure.
Yes.
Bloop.
And since it's something that you're sort of
6.
okay,
There it
I'm
is.
apparently good at.
As soon as
Beating
you're
up
not in
people.
harm's way.
Yeah.
No, what you gotta remember, he's right in his wheelhouse now. Vetra's really good at beating up people to get teeth. That's established.
So.
Okay, so go ahead.
I was thinking this one's gonna be not just teeth. It'll also be, you remember the quill that Vetra has that's like sharp. The feather part is like a razor blade, basically. I'm gonna
Mhm.
maybe cut off some fingers or ears or something and kind of make I'm gonna go all out on this one. This is gonna be like my craft project for the week and all the parts are going to go in the wrong spot. Like around the eyes there's going to be like this like cascading fan pattern of pointy teeth, and then there'll be like finger bones over where the mouth part is supposed to be, so they look like weird tentacles. And then like it'll have ears on the top for some stupid reason that have somehow completely petrified, like that sort of stuff.
Suitably horrifying. Okay, it's cool. So you started that process, and you are building the mask. Does a 6 entitle you to a clock segment?
It depends on how many segments you want to set it up as. I think a 6 is 3 segments.
Yeah, generally in downtime. Sorry, no, I think it's. Is a 6 extra? I think it's the effect that gets you the quantity.
Okay. Yeah, so standard effect, so probably what?
I think that's 2. Limited is
Plus
1,
one for the
great is
6?
3, and then plus 1 for
Okay,
the
cool.
6, so probably up to 3.
Yep. So Vetra's got already a good portion of the way towards her new mask here. Or his new mask, or Vetra's new mask.
You could just they is fine.
They.
Vetra's never been big on pronouns. It's a very human construction. Where I come from, we normally just use different levels of screaming to call for each other. Names and pronouns and such are quite unnecessary. If you would like, I can teach you the scream that would call me from no matter where I am.
Is that like your true name? Your true name is just like someone screaming in agony for 28.01 seconds.
Is it agony? Is it terror? Is it like
Teragony?
The cry of someone bereft of hope and filled with despair?
My true name is can only be spoken by those who are seeking the respite of death, but it will not come for them.
Okay. Alright. Great. Great. Okay, I think we've got you got people sorted here. Sorry, I'm like bouncing. I'm like spinning like 3 plates at once here. So I like zone out for a second and I come back like halfway through like body parts over and over again, and it's messing with my head a little bit.
That's fair.
So Iris, just to get confirmation, thing that
Sorry,
other.
you okay.
So we dealt with the one thing. The other thing.
Yeah.
Is that? Let me see if I can find it again. Later? Is that okay?
You cut out a little there.
Sorry, we'll do that later.
Cool. Yeah.
So like we can get together and do that in more detail, so as not to
Yes.
clog up the stream and tip our hand too much on that.
Yep.
Cool.
100%.
Cool. I need a bio break real quick, so you guys can feel free to talk about what has happened, what is about to happen, and try to figure out how your HQ is haunted. If you would like to do that.
If anyone could donate a coin, or spend a coin and donate
Done.
an
You
action.
could have it.
Well, I was
You
gonna
got
say we can try to secure the Buzzle Gucket.
Boop. I've spent my coin. It is yours. Or you have a coin now.
Cool.
Yay.
Yeah, because I mean, I think this is more where Mirko shines, is not during the job and more for the setup.
That's fair.
So I think basically, like, Consort is. I'm not necessarily a one-trick pony. I have 2 whole things at 2 dots.
Ooh.
Yeah. But so I can study, or I can consort really well for a level 0 character, basically. But I want to get some progress on that Guzzle Bucket clock so that we have more turf.
That's fair.
All right. I went ahead and set accounts receivable to impaired because it doesn't sound like they're broken. We still have racist Ted, but they're severely depleted.
What's racist Ted saying right now?
I'm pretty sure racist Ted is at the impairment.
I don't think we want to know what he's saying right now.
we're haunted by
Or slash, I don't think you can understand him right now.
Wait, is he racist Ted because of White Power Ted from Arrested Development? Is that what this is?
No, I haven't seen all of Arrested Development. This is just a racist guy named Ted.
Okay. Fuck, does anyone else in this... Oh, wait, we've got gang money. I'll just spend that. Take your money back, Vetra.
Nah, seriously, Vetra does not care about
Then
money.
why did... Okay, whatever.
The
Cool.
only reason they have money is so that people will continue to hang around them and be their friend.
Okay.
Question. For our map of stuff we can acquire for the lair, does it have to be just plain turf to count as turf in the little rep tracker?
I'm not sure about that, honestly.
Because if it anything counts, then rep would become like trivially easy to get.
I mean,
after like 6 or 7.
The expensive thing about tiering up is because you pay. I think it's like your new tier times 7 in coin.
Ooh.
Yeah, like it's not cheap.
Yeah, cheering up is expensive. Yeah.
So I mean, you either have a bunch of coin and you need the rep, or you have a bunch of rep and you need the coin. Is generally how it balances.
I see.
And I mean, we're at tier 0 now, so everything we do just sucks anyway. So I mean, that's enough motivation to get to tier 1. But like, tier 2 is expensive. So yeah, I think I'm gonna spend the coin that Vetra handed me, and I'm gonna see if I can somehow make. I don't know if friends is the right word, but like, basically I want to see if I can find sympathetic people within the pipe wizards or lizards, whichever one own the Buzzle Gucket.
We still don't know who's who.
Fucking, I don't care. It's kind of part of the problem. They're both going to be crushed under my boot, and by my boot I mean Tyrus's boot.
That was the intent. That was the intent of those 2 gangs. I'm not gonna lie.
Bullseye.
They are meant to be a momentary speed bump on your way to greater things. Yeah, so you're gonna go try to find. Your assumption is that. So you're assuming that the lizards / wizards own this thing.
Well, I basically.
Own the Buzzle Bucket.
Well, I'll spend 1 to study and see if I can figure out who owns it, and that'll be some time on the clock.
Is this another downtime action then?
Yeah, so I'm burning a coin for it.
Cool.
And risky standard. Yeah.
Okay. So to learn that, do you need to roll something?
Yeah. 6.
Okay.
So that's 3.
Yeah. So the owner of the Guzzle Bucket. See if I wrote this down anywhere. I think I did.
I kind of want, when we take it over, to rename it to the Buzzle Gucket, because that's weirder.
If you say it wrong, you get a bunch of
giving
shots.
the lizards / wizards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Taste of their own medicine.
No. So the the Puzzle Gucket. God damn it. Is one Anna Kartushka.
Okay.
and she's also the bartender.
Oh, good. Um. Okay. I think I'm going to burn one of the gang coin at this point because it's full anyways. And just finish that clock off because you can't progress it less than one slice of pie.
Yep.
And basically, mechanically, what that's going to look like is I head to like whatever passes for City Hall around here, and I basically explain that she's a demon now, ergo all of her like deeds and property are forfeit, and I'm here to just take it over.
Okay. Yeah, you'll head down to like the local Hall of Records or something, like
Yeah.
just a place where they keep documents, and you will make your case. Is Mirko going by himself? Is this a thing that Mirko has experience with?
I expect I have some degree of experience with it. Like I've got
Okay.
a couple pips in study. Like I'm not.
Okay. Yeah,
useless at
that makes
this.
sense. That makes sense. Yeah, so you go there and there's this like bored-looking clerk who's clearly just clocking time.
Yeah.
This is Pipe Town, and who gives a shit about Pipe Town? And she kind of listens to your, and she turns around and she like turns 3 dials, and then there's a sort of sucking noise, and then a cartridge pops out, and she pulls it and she opens it, and there's a scroll inside, and she's, without even looking at it, she just lays it out, puts a pen on, sign here, please.
Yeah. And yeah, it's I probably sign in an impact font.
Nice.
I imagine that's what Mirko's handwriting looked like. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. No. And she files it away. And as far as the weird web of spirit commerce that governs Konkordat is concerned, you are now the proprietor and responsible party for the Guzzle Bucket.
No, I changed it when I was signing it to Buzzle
Oh,
Gucket.
did you like scratch out the name and write the new one on top?
Yeah.
Nice. The Buzzle Gucket is yours.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
I'm done hogging the limelight for now.
Nice.
Well, if we follow the
okay.
chain, we have to get turf, 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 or street fence.
Right. I kind of want the top one for the barracks or the middle turf on the left side for fighting, to get towards fighting pits. Or the middle one, and then we get to the blue coat intimidation, which is the less heat per job, which would also be useful. Yeah, because we tend to kill a lot of things and go loud.
Yeah.
So let's take that one.
Cool, and then that. Yep.
Delicious.
All right.
And I'm actually, because you can type in that, that's actually like a typable square. Buzzle.
Oh, nice.
Gucket.
Nice. And then we have an entanglement to roll.
Oh, yeah. You get to roll 0d6, and then it gives you a thing on a table, and then you get to beat us with a rolled up newspaper if you so desire.
Mm-hmm.
You appear to be muted, Zach.
I cast silence on him.
Yes, I was eating. Thank you for reminding me, though. Yes, I have. I just remember that I have not used the last roll of that nature.
That's okay. You can do a double whammy.
Yeah, that's just my plan. Okay, so my book is upstairs, and I'm afraid to open anything in Google Drive to look at it.
There's the sheet that's in the Roll20. I have it up actually right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So just roll a d6 or 2d6 and take the lower. Yes, because we have no wanted level yet.
I mean,
in your heat.
Give it a minute, and we're there.
What?
And then the heat determines sort of like which table we pick
Yes.
from.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's at the moment after you gave us heat, so we'd be at 6 for your nefarious purposes. Oh, good, that's a 6. Good. I
Cool.
think that's interrogation.
6. So, on a heat,
It's an arrest.
heat
Yeah.
6 is an arrest. Okay, I think I know where I'm going with that.
They take racist Ted and we're fine.
Yeah, we're handing over racist Ted is what's happening.
Well, I
You're
think...
worse than the fucking Pockies. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that
The sad thing is
That's-
there's
that's
not even
probably
any
not how
wanted
I'm gonna
level to
go.
clear.
Yeah.
Ugh, poor Ted.
Well, I
I think
think Zach gets
Sorry,
to
go ahead.
spring it on whichever person he so desires.
yes. And in fact, I think that right now,
Oh, good.
the game effects of arrest. There's a thing, right? Like stuff happens.
It's an so,
Hang on.
an inspector prevents a case file of evidence to the magistrate to begin prosecution of your crew. The Bluecoats send a detail to arrest you. Pay them off with coin, which is wanted level +3, so 3 coin. Hand someone over for arrest, which clears your heat, or try to evade capture.
Well, what's your wanted level?
0.
0 currently.
Yeah, so
So
you pay
it's
them off with
severity-
coin.
Severity of the prison sentence for wanted level 0 is a few weeks, or the Bluecoats give you a beating to teach you a lesson. Suffer level 3 harm, no resistance roll allowed. They will keep going until you're injured.
Damn.
Chris, you're crunchy.
Sorry.
So somebody can
That's
spend a
pretty
few
bad.
weeks in the joint or get worked over.
Okay.
Or we bribe them, or we try to escape.
I. 1 second, everyone. Tyrus.
I knew it. God damn it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You're over there being up to no good.
Yeah.
Adventures. You are approached by a rather severe-looking woman.
Okay.
and-
Important clarifying question. Am I still in the thing, or am I out of the thing?
Freshly out of the thing, dressed in a like bright white, super dapper suit.
Mm-hmm.
You got a pack of fairly nice cigars in one pocket. You reek of scotch, and you've got lipstick all over your collar.
Yup.
You woke up in a gutter essentially, looking like this. And as you regain consciousness,
Yeah.
a rather severe-looking woman, flanked by 2 security dudes who are interchangeable. Like, they look very similar to one another. Approaches you as you're sort of coming out of your stupor. Can you
Look,
introduce yourself?
if this is about last night, I'm sorry. You're going to have to give me a minute to piece together what I did to offend you, but I'm already sorry for it.
We are not offended. We are simply looking after our investment in you and your organization. Please come with us.
No?
At that point, the 2 dudes on either side of her start unholstering things. Sort of.
Are they cookies? Or granola
They are
bars?
not cookies.
Do you keep cookies in
They
holsters?
are firearms, and they look
Mhm.
like they know what they're doing with them.
This must be a north-south thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's opposite day. Go ahead, lead.
Excellent. And they lead you into a carriage, like a flying carriage from the top side. Like, you are like middle city, like a ways up the ladder here, but you're not like anywhere super nice.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of thing that like Like big shots have this like flying carriage that can go up and down through the Sunspire and all that.
Like Titans?
Yeah, like maybe Titans.
Yeah, okay.
She gets in, and one of the security guys gets in, and then the other one sort of motions for you to get in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you slide into the seat across from her, and they still got their weapons out. She doesn't look perturbed by any of this whatsoever. Introduce myself to your co-worker. My
Wait,
name is
were you the one who said that we had to keep doing what the lizards were doing with that piping plant?
yes,
Well,
that
then you
is
meant
me.
me.
Ah, yes. Sorry, I forgot about that. We have met
It's okay, I did
previously.
too.
It is very important to us that you stay on task. This is a high priority assignment that you have, and these excursions of yours seem to be getting in the way.
Yes, we will stay on the task of not here.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you're not very convincing. I'm not going to lie. What did, we've heard stories of you and this your team getting mixed up in some very strange things when really we feel you should be focused on this. And she points out the window, and you're in the star spire or the sun spire, right? That big shaft of light that runs through Concordat.
Mhm.
And on either side of you, like really nice homes, like facial things for Concordat with like hanging gardens and things. And you're sort of flying up towards the upper levels, and she points at a between like two really nice homes, uh sandwiched in one of these levels. It looks like just like a vault door, just like a really thick ornate vault door with sort of a landing pad outside of it, and a couple of like big gothic statues that they're probably like founders or titans. It's hard to know. The whole thing's done in like steel and glass and gold. It's really important looking, right?
Okay.
Way in there and complete the job, or we will collect all of your holdings and hold you in contempt of contract.
Okay, I'm not being like trite or sneaky or anything like that. I legitimately don't know what you're referencing. The last time we interacted, you dropped vague papers on my door and you left. So
Did you read them?
one of my associates did. Last I saw, she turned into mist. So can you summarize?
This is sorry, let me see if I got make sure I've got all of my ducks in a row here.
Yeah, please do.
This is the Archiva Concordata. This is where they keep the records. You need to get the records of all of the foundational pacts that make Concordata work, that
Okay.
power the great city. Yes,
Okay.
you and yours need to acquire the order of the Fondat Concordata, the original book of contracts.
Okay.
It's very important, and it's a time-sensitive issue.
Right. Okay. I will take that back to.
It's getting strange over there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Good. You take that back, and you ask someone who has the brains in your operation to come up with plan, because so far.
In our defense, the last one that we did came from the man with the brains, so I might temper expectations a tiny bit. But you know what? We'll give it a go.
And she sighs and she rubs the bridge of her nose.
If you're
that's-
so frustrated with this, go
I do
somewhere
not-
else. Why do we have to do
I
this?
do not know why the partners insist on getting our help from Pipetown. Nothing but ruffians and gutter trash.
How did
Well,
she
you
not say
don't
nothing
want
but
us-
shit down there?
You don't want us. We don't necessarily
'Cause I'm
want
not that
this.
good at
Why are
this.
we here? Who's doing this?
You are here because you have assumed the holdings of the Pipe Wizards. That is all you need to know. The carriage
Oh.
descends.
Okay.
The carriage descends. Lands at the bottom of the Sunspire, which is not the nicest part of the Sunspire, but it's not bad.
Okay.
The door opens, and like she gestures with a hand, and like one of them gestures with a gun. That now you are to get out of the vehicle.
Cool. He does so.
I mean, at least they let you off at a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. From inside the carriage before the door shuts, you can hear her say, "We will be monitoring your progress. It's to leave us disappointed for long." And one of the guards looks out the door, shuts it, and then the carriage sort of lifts off.
As it lifts off, Tyrus mutters to himself, "I bet you say that to all the women."
Okay.
Why they're called the Pipe Wizards, you
I'm
know?
letting you off easy on this arrest.
Hey,
Just so
oh.
you're aware.
Oh, very easy. That could have
Yeah.
gone a lot worse than I was
Super
expecting it
easy.
to. You might need to take them kid gloves off soon, son.
Are we
Yeah,
still
well-
in downtime?
For the moment, yeah, you guys haven't given me a job,
Okay.
so yeah.
I think, well, as I come back in, I kind of relay what happened here and how there's increased importance on getting this big thing done.
So this clock here, that job, you know the one. And I was trying to remember what fucking job that was.
Yeah, that's right. We just got a
it-
reminder, I guess.
It was the guy
Yup.
who owns the hat shop.
That job, you know the one.
Oh, this is the hat shop job.
Yeah, this is the hat shop job where you went to go question the noble lady with me.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
that.
So you should probably change the name of that.
Yeah.
Can,
It's a little misleading.
I can't change the name, only Zach can.
Oh.
Yep.
Your
Oh,
power
man.
has been removed from you.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Is that a purposeful voice effect thing, or was that your voice, or was that just lag?
That was purposeful.
Okay. Was that software, or was that hardware?
No, that was my voice.
Okay.
I was about to talk and I was doing a thing and I was like, I'm gonna do a weird
Roll
thing.
it.
I can
Roll
use
it.
this.
Gonna do a weird thing.
I did a weird
Okay.
thing and someone left.
Hey, all my
This
faces
is
are back.
very
Okay, everybody.
Yay.
Yay.
Some period of time left in the night. There were a couple of leads that you had from last time. One of them was knocking over Yuri Popovich's hat stand.
Mhm.
And actually, I think that's the one.
That's the
that
other
could-
one.
The other one besides the Doom Clock one.
Can we have like a version of that clock to remind us that hey, we have like the howitzer of Damocles dangling over our heads?
I have a version of that clock.
Yeah. Like just a thing that's like, hey, dumbasses, you should probably work this before Tyrus takes another elevator ride with no,
Cables.
That would be great.
landing.
Isn't that what I'm doing? Isn't that the clock?
This one?
I'm confused as what is.
This is the hat job.
That one's the hat job.
Because we already worked
Oh.
on that one.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I understand now what you were
Right.
saying.
Headphone cable. No, we're
These
good.
are words.
Nope.
That was my
me.
voice too. Sorry.
Yeah. Definitely wasn't a truck
I'm
outside.
training. I'm training.
God, that was a truck, Christopher.
I'm training.
Goddamn. Alright.
You're trucking nuts. Anyways.
Heyo.
Oh, that's interesting. Our bitrate dropped to like Anyways, I will not get distracted by Twitch. I will not get distracted by Twitch.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. So what are we doing?
I think we either do the hat job or we do the Doom job, and I don't think we can quite steal the Magna Carta yet.
My goal, at least in presenting the Doom job, is that it's sort of going to be a thing that you build up to. So, if you wanted to spend some time, I guess it'd probably be downtime stuff, doing research and trying to figure it out. I remember that Chris had specifically, Vetra was working on trying to weasel out somehow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I still shit. I was gonna do some a tuning so I can magic up this spooky mask for my last segment of my clock.
It's true. You got multiple irons in that fire right now, don't you?
Yeah. Maybe if I
Okay,
have the mask completed, I can tell everybody to fuck off and possess them with ghosts who don't give a shit about property laws.
Nice.
It's like a shot. Yeah. So it looks like I've only provided one other lead. Oops,
Yeah, I
thought we
mean-
had more.
Think so.
I mean, if somebody wants to hire us to do something else, but we have, I think, sufficient irons in the fire at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I just
Especially
want you guys to.
Can't really do Doom operation without some more preparation than what we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also don't feel like you guys. Hopefully, before too long, you will feel qualified to make assumptions about the world that could lead to jobs. But right now, I think it's just going to be things that I give you.
Still getting our feet wet.
Yeah,
Yep.
I also found, like, I had to suggest or just come
Yep.
up with job Shadowrun style.
Yep.
So
Yep. Which is the thing that I did. I just thought I had another one ready for tonight. I don't. So.
no
That's
worries.
fine.
I mean, we have sufficient. I mean, is anybody opposed to blowing up a hat store? We can't kill the guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can't kill the guy. I mean, we could kidnap him and then blow up the hat store, and that's okay.
So just to remind you guys about sort of the backstory on this, Lord Bentcombe gave you this job.
because
He's
he wanted
typically he collects protection from this guy, but he hasn't been paying his gambling debts, so he's rescinding the protection for a little while. Guy is an industrialist who makes terrible manufacturing equipment or like repair equipment that is sold to like lower dwellers in Konkordat.
Mhm.
He also has a sort of what's the word? A vanity. His vanity business is a hat store in the River Street district, which is a fairly nice place. And once a week, they run the money out of that back to the larger hoard of his. So there are a couple of options you've got as far as how to get at it. You could just run straight at him and burn down the store and take the money, or you could.
That seems our
It's a thing in
speed, honestly.
progress. It's sort of the way you roll. It really is. River Street is not Pipe Town.
Yeah.
It is. There are actual like civic laws or rules at least that are enforced by people with gumption. So.
Well, and a
So what
monopoly
you're
of
saying
force.
is heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we go heavy, then we're spotted. Like, we might not even get into the river thing.
Yeah, I feel like
Before
the
we
hat job
spot it.
might require like a tiny bit more of everything
Finesse.
we haven't been doing up to this point.
That is the joke ski, comrade.
So, I mean,
Can
do we want to have, like, someone in the store casing the joint and talking to them while we're gearing up for an ambush as they transport the money?
I could also lead us in a group prowl action.
Yeah, and we sneak
Yeah.
in after hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I like that
So I'll just take the stress for whatever happens.
for the failures
Yeah.
or inevitable multiple failures.
I can't.
Okay,
I
so-
can't possibly get traumatized from this.
Challenge accepted.
So for that, if you're prowling in, that's going to be before the engagement roll or after the engagement roll.
Or
I-
or is that the engagement?
yeah, I think that
Yeah,
is the
okay.
engagement roll.
Okay.
So
Um,
stealth.
Yeah, so stealth, the engagement roll, we just need the entry point.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man. Well, so the guy
Yeah.
is a wealthy ass industrialist who is
Mhm.
working on a gaudy vanity project in the
Mhm.
like Nouveau Riche district. Clearly, he has had his building modified to look like a hat, and there's
Odd.
like the top seam on this giant hat building is blown off basically, and there's a window on it, and I think that's our way in.
Sounds good.
Oh god, this is so. Okay, yes, no, that works. That totally works. I'm in. Yeah. Really cool. Yeah, so the whole building's not huge. He's not super rich, so he can't afford like a huge building, but it's got a couple of floors and some decent sized like display space and sort of a hat warehouse and all that stuff. So it's decent sized.
I imagine all the
Yeah.
staircases are those like pretentious, really tightly spiraling ones.
Mm-hmm. Of course they are.
Yeah, and it just like goes up the central spire of the thing, and it's exactly one
ironically-
person wide.
Yeah, ironically, they're like so tightly spiraled that it's hard to wear a hat and walk up them.
Nice.
He's not a smart industrialist. He's just a
It's
wealthy
not.
one.
No, he makes shitty welding products. And headlamps that burn out. So, okay. Jordan, lead us in.
Yeah.
I mean, how many dice do we get for the engagement?
Yeah, I was gonna say engagement roll first to see what.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's one. It's
Mhm.
one for showing up.
Yep.
Yes.
The joint-ish, right? Like you were already here once.
Yep.
Yep.
Is it particularly bold or daring?
The cat says yes.
Yeah. Cat'll do that.
I will
I
follow
mean-
the cat's lead.
It's not the kind of thing that people do. Like, River Street is fairly well protected, so you're going to be like dodging guard patrols, at least a guard patrol probably, during this period. So yes.
Okay, so that's an extra one. Is the hat shop? Oh no, sorry. Is the operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
Get in, get money, get out.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
that's a
think-
no.
well, yeah.
Okay.
Does it expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? Or are they on the opposite side particularly strong against this approach?
I
I
think
it is
it's pretty
this.
weak.
You think it's weak?
It's a hat store.
It's a hat store shaped like a hat.
This person also thinks they still have protection from
Yeah.
Bencomb.
No, that's a
Yeah.
Oh,
really
that's
good
true.
point. That's a
That's
really,
true, yeah.
really good
I'll
point.
give you that die. I'll give you that die. Yeah. Yes, that's 4.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
Do we have any
this-
friends or contacts providing aid or insight? I wooed that.
Lord
lady.
Benchcombe.
Jesus.
And yeah, Lord Benchcombe.
So
Uh,
I'm gonna say
are there-
5.
Well, Zach, here's something to bounce it out. Are there any enemies that will be operating against us?
In this specific instance,
In this specific scenario?
Yeah.
Grandma.
Does Demon Grandma come back at precisely this
I
time?
feel like it's too early. We gotta let Demon Grandma simmer for a little while.
Yeah,
on
okay.
This one.
She can't Kool-Aid
Um,
man through the door.
She could, but it's a little on the nose. I want to give her some time. I want you thinking about Demon Grandma for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. So roll it.
There's
Yeah.
one more. Are they a higher tier target? Maybe that will give you -1 die.
They are a higher tier target.
Cool.
There we go. -1.
Okay.
It's a 3.
It's 4 because we had
Yeah,
the
it's
5.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got the 5,
Yep.
and then you came back down to 4.
Okay.
Here we go.
Big money.
Although I believe the
Oh.
demon summoning roll was a 4-die roll too. So
2 5s.
Dang. Double.
Crit 5.
okay. Yeah. So you are. And I sort of imagine you somehow like rappelling onto the top of this hat.
Oh, is that
From
what we
above?
do? Is we go up to like the thing above River Street and then rappel down?
Yeah,
I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
that's what I imagine you guys doing. And you land. Are you bringing your goons, or are they? Is racist Ted staying in the hole for tonight?
Yeah, you mean goon singular? That
We
reminds
sent
me.
Ted to bed.
Zach, while you were out getting food or drink or something, I marked down the accounts receivable as impaired at least. So I don't think we're going to be bringing them to play anytime soon.
Okay. All right, that's reasonable. They took
At
some
least
hits.
not until we work on Ted's public face.
Damn it, Ted.
Damn it, Ted.
It's just the 5 of you. You rappel down on this roof.
Mhm.
You can see you've been probably watching the guard patrols all night. There are a couple of decent sized patrols of red hooks, which you'd be familiar with. They're basically overgrown firefighters. Like that was originally what they did, was they fought fires. But their remit has expanded significantly, relatively recently, to cover basic security and things. They're not super strong, but they're not like and they are patrolling River Street again. The hours that River Street operates are kind of arbitrary because down here there's no sun, so the lights are on basically all the time. Yeah. Okay, so need to bow out a bit. Yeah, I could probably use some rest too. Let's get this set up, and then we'll kind of cliffhang into the next episode. How about that?
Sure.
So you guys land on the roof, and you're headed for the window, as previously described. Who's opening the window? Is it Bird?
Not it.
Totally it. I am totally it.
Alright. You got here just fine. Nobody saw you coming in. When you go to open the window,
Hmm.
the window is locked, but it's no big deal for Bird. Bird knows her way
Yeah.
around this pretty well.
I also got fine lockpicks.
Okay. Yeah, it's no problem getting in. For whatever it's worth, this guy's window security not great. The window opens, and then from the window, bowling noise.
Do it again?
Is it a
Wind,
bowling noise?
wind howls out the window.
Oh,
Loud.
okay.
And Bird, Bird and Vetra at least will immediately recognize this as it's a Konkordat alarm system. That window had a spirit attached to it that when it opened made a noise that will alert the guards to your presence.
Awesome.
I don't know
So
about...
down below. Sorry?
I was gonna say, I don't know about Quill, but I got my shadow cloak.
Let's go. So, yeah. So, you guys duck in the window?
Yup. Oh, I didn't finish my mask. Fuck.
Oh man,
You'll
and
be
that might have let us see the spirit alarm system.
Okay. Yes, it might have. You swing in the window one by one. I'm assuming Bird is first, but I'm...
Yeah.
Because it's not a
Yes.
very large building, do we go from the window to the wall?
Do you fucking dare?
No, you swing down into a room that is full of hat stands. The most ridiculous hats you've ever seen. Talking like huge, bizarre feathers and rhinestones and like giant, weird flaps that hang off the thing and crazy colors and the kind of stuff that rich people buy.
So there's nothing that like Mirko could picture Oblakov in. There aren't any like flat taxi cabs or anything.
If you look around, although that sounds pretty understated for Popovich's tastes.
Yeah.
Like, dude makes ridiculous things. Just like Soviet pimp hats is what you see in this location right now.
Call this one hammer and sickle. It's actually
This
just
one shaped like habitation block also lights up at night.
Has Adidas logo.
Oh god. Like a light up Adidas logo
Yes.
In leopard print.
yeah,
It's made of tracksuit material.
yeah.
Okay, so that's what you see. This looks like this room takes up most of the upstairs. There's a second sort of. There's another door leading off, and there's stairs that go downstairs. This looks like part of the showroom, essentially. There are some more rooms up here through a door, but yeah, that's what you're seeing. So far, so good. Nobody else is in here, apparently.
Nobody here but us spirits.
Nobody here but you guys. Since it seems like we're sort of drifting a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably.
This is a decent place to.
Yeah. Because the fight's about to start, but it hasn't yet.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Alright.
Yeah,
Cool.
sounds like it's time for an outro.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, Internet. For whatever value of internet you are.
Do you want me to? Thanks for tuning into this live stream of That D&D podcast. We'll have this up on YouTube hopefully tonight. Yeah, like I said, we are That D&D podcast. You can find us at thatdndpodcast.com. We also have a Patreon if you want to throw money dollars at us, and we're on Twitter at That D&D podcast. And we really like fan interactions. So if you want to like, share, and subscribe, that would be delectful, delicious, and lovely. Thanks and good night. I was stretching because I have to hit buttons now.